Now, the NUM youth structure, COSATU, and the Young Communist League are demanding that government take urgent action to tackle youth unemployment. They marched to the union buildings in Pretoria, calling for their demands to be taken seriously. Our reporter Tshegohaco Moagi has the details.
The National Union of Mine Workers youth structure, joined by the young workers from the Union Federation COSATU and the Young Communist League, are calling for, amongst others, a halt to the closure of mines and power stations. They marched to the governing party's administrative office, the union buildings in Pretoria, to hand over a memorandum of demands. In particular, the Young Communist League is calling for President Cyril Ramaphosa to hear the plight of South Africa's youth.
We've seen truck drivers closing roads. This is a crisis that we're faced with, and we're calling even for the president that wake up and come and intervene. At the head of the state, we need to see a proper direction from you. It can't be that he's always shocked whenever things are happening in his own country, but he must be able to give us hope, because we have listened to him addressing the Youth Day, but he has not given us hope.
In their memorandum, the youth movements are calling for the closure of mines and power stations to be halted. They've also urged the government to create employment for the youth.
We must pause and ask during this month, who then must create jobs if it's not the government? How does the private sector create jobs? For the past 28 years, they've demonstrated the unwillingness to invest more in productive assets in order to create more jobs.
They've also called for competitive wages and for the government's intervention to curb rocketing fuel prices.
As young workers under the banner of NUM youth structure, we wish to anchor the fact of the rising of oil and fuel prices increase effect on our livelihood and mobility. The overall impact of all these changes is ultimately transferred to us, the consumers.
The government officials have been given 14 days to respond to the memorandum of demands. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I am Tshegohaco Moagi in Pretoria.